Well, for something a little different, the St. Nick's Alliance Neighborhood Preservation Corps of North Brooklyn is putting a new spin on community development. They're repurposing and restoring the turn-of-the-century Greenpoint Hospital buildings, and they've expanded their programs to include a 5,000-square-foot gallery space. The goal? To support and convene new and old residents of this changing neighborhood. Will it work? The current show is up till August 22nd, and our field producer, Sarah Friedland, went to take a look.
St. Nick's Alliance is a community service organization focused on North Brooklyn, specifically looking at helping low and moderate income residents of this area. We are located in what was the old outpatient clinic building of the Greenpoint Hospital, built right around the turn of the century, I think 1904-ish. We're a place-based organization, and so we're very diversified in our programming. Our intention is to really respond to what the community as a whole wants, as opposed to just providing the services we think that might be needed by the community. Our newest initiative is focused on the arts and creative-based services, which is really a response to the changing demographics of North Brooklyn. In the last 5 to 15 years, we've had an influx of younger residents based in the creative fields, and they, as of yet, have not really been brought into the St. Nick's family. The goal of the arts programming is to use the arts to create bridges between the various parts of this community, which at the moment they are not always interacting.
So we're here at St. Nick's down in the Renaissance Center in the basement. We have about 5,000 square feet of space, and as you can tell, it's a lot of non-traditional space in which you can put art. Behind me is an artist, Monica Carrier. We brought her into the space and just asked her if she had any ideas or was drawn to a particular area, and she selected this back cabinet where she's taken drawings and kind of mounted them as if they're plates on inside a cupboard, and we've just kind of left the doors open. So Zach Skinner's piece was an installation based on the neighborhood in which he lives and has a studio. So he has done a lot of research through some of the specific buildings that he walks around every day, and just kind of pulled a lot of imagery, a lot of sound clips, just reflecting on when Bushwick was in such a state of disrepair and kind of how it's coming around and some of the forces that are changing it now. One of the video pieces that we included in the show was a piece by Laura Chipley. Right around the corner from here on a local street, they found an abandoned Victorian house that they were able to take a camera and get inside. And she's going through a lot of the pictures and the albums and just kind of the junk and debris that's been found around there. It kind of had this element of what is your fantasy home, and also kind of a record of Williamsburg and from its past, and a lot of the abandonment that's happened.
So one of our goals for this space is to have it retain a lot of the character and aesthetic that it currently has as a hospital and the history of its previous uses, and also as a slightly dilapidated, deconstructed building. And so we have both the old and the new embraced in this space. I've been personally a resident of Greenpoint for the last 5 years. I love this neighborhood, and I was so excited to be able to work for St. Nick's, both because I very strongly believe in the mission of St. Nick's and keeping this neighborhood affordable. It was a great challenge to work on finding ways to connect the creative community, which I consider myself to be a part of, with the longer-term residents of this neighborhood. Some of that, in a way, is selfish. I want to have a greater connection to this place that I call home, that I've come to love. And it's been very rewarding to watch this space develop from a space that had no electricity, that we couldn't even turn the lights on in, to this amazing space with all of this beautiful art in it. Just have such an amazing outpouring of support, both from artists and non-artists, young residents, older residents. There's so much support for this kind of space, and everyone is so inspired by this place.